Welcome to the LockDown Experience on IJosRadio. And with us today is a friend, a brother from another part of the world. And he'll be sharing his experience and how it has been for them in his location over there. And then I will let him introduce himself. He'll tell us who he is, what he does, and then any other beautiful things you want us to know. So, up to you, Mr. Ezekiel.
Thank you very much. My name is Ezekiel Danjuma. I'm from Kaduna State, and I'm a student presently in Israel at Brown School of Public Health and Community Medicine, Hebrew University in Israel. I'm studying, just as I said initially, I'm studying public health. I was working in Nigeria with the World Health Organization in Katsina State under the polio eradication initiatives, where I've been involved in disease surveillance and outbreak investigations, and also the responding to every disease outbreak in my context, and that's Katsina State. But luckily, or maybe I was favored in 2019 that the Israeli government gave me a scholarship to come to Hebrew University to come and study a master's in public health. So I had to voluntarily quit my job to come for this very course. So I've been in Israel since August 2019, and I'm hoping to complete my studies by September 2020. We are talking about 5 months from now. Actually, this very lockdown has, in short, it locked the whole world down. Everyone is completely down. In short, anytime I chat with someone from Nigeria, I do tell them coronavirus has crippled the whole world because nothing seems to be working any longer. Everyone is even stressed out. It to an extent, I will say here in Israel we don't feel the impact that much because of how strong their health system is. That's number one, and secondly, how they always abide by rules. So these are some of the things that really made the Israeli government really succeed. There are a lot of cases of COVID-19 in Israel. They have over 15,000 cases as of last 3 days and over 200 deaths. Sometimes you see on social media, Israelis, they don't have even a single death. No, they have more than 150 to 200 deaths, I think, as of 2 days back. But one thing they've been doing well is they abide by rules. Right from the beginning, when they said, okay, people should stay at home, they stayed at home. And when it comes to contact tracing, once they get a single case of COVID-19, what they do is to get an itinerary of movement of that very particular case. Immediately, they will televise it and say, okay, so person is confirmed positive for COVID-19. He visited so place at so time, visited so place and so time, they will televise it. And people that were there with him, they submit themselves voluntarily for isolation. Now it shows a kind of commitment from the Israelis, and that is why maybe the rate of transmission of this very COVID-19 here is even controlled to a particular shop rough. I think since that very time, I didn't go to the barber shop because I think these are places that ensure there are high chances of you getting this very COVID-19. All barber shops are locked down. Now, when they said all barber shops should lock down, nothing like, no, I need to open mine so that I can get something to go and eat. No. Everyone abided by that very rule, and they stayed at home. Last 2 weeks, they now said, okay, we are relaxing the lockdown by 50%. Shops can open, buses can open, the train can move. However, nobody should go close to the driver. So there are 2 seats away from the driver. No one sits there. That's one. Then number 2, no one sits close to each other. In short, they put red tags to say, okay, don't sit there. And then the other person will sit there. They identify locations where individuals will sit down in order to maintain this very social distancing. So they really respected this very rule, And I think this is one of the strengths that they have, despite the fact that they had a very good health system. I posted a video some time ago. I said Nigerians, whenever they put a rule, we said, no, we are not going to abide by that rule. And that is one of our major problems. Now, these very whites, they have, in short, very good hospitals. They have very good healthcare systems. But when they said stay at home, they decided to stay at home. Let me tell you, even when they said 50%, they relaxed it by 50%. Everywhere was empty. Yeah, 3 days back, I was on my way. I said, let me just go get some groceries from the market. I think we were only 2 in the bus. This is a very long bus that
That's
takes more than 30.
serious.
Yeah, this is a bus that takes more than 30 people. We are only 2. And guess what? We are all blacks.
We are the one with the guts.
Yeah, we are all blacks. But because it's a rule, even if it is one person in
That's
the bus,
serious.
we have to take him to where he is going. So he has to take us to where we are going. And we went,
Okay.
and while coming back, even in the train, I think we are not up to 20 in the train. And this is a train that takes almost 300, 2 to 300 people. But I think we are less than 10 in the train. And out of these very 10,
Wow.
four are Africans. So they really maintained, they obeyed the law, and they stayed in one place. Now for our studies, there is also a rule that the class must, in short, in a class, there shouldn't be more than 10 people, but at a point in time, they have to shut down all schools. The way we are talking to you, that is the same way we are studying at the moment. However, we are going strictly by our own timetable. If you need anything that you can't get it in any store, you call the school management. You tell them, okay, I need A4 paper. I need to get some food. I need to get this. They will ask you, where are you? You tell them, and they will send someone to bring it over. Especially we the foreigners that are here, they will bring it to us. Sometimes we pay, and sometimes they just say no, just go with it. And they have a kind of student, should I say, relief funds, whereby if someone is really stressed up, he doesn't have what to eat, they give you the money and say, okay, take this so that you can feed yourself during this.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Really coping. I do feel, wow, how will these very people be surviving in this very era? But sometimes they say no, they are even doing very very, very, very okay. This gives me a kind of relief. So I think basically this is how we have been surviving. And studying in Zoom again is another problem. Studying through Zoom. 3 days back, we were having a lecture. I just went to sleep, enter the blanket and sleep off while the lecturer is busy talking. So
Of course, we are not used to it, and it looks kind of unserious for you
no,
to really have a very long class.
I'm used to Zoom, but not to stay for 7-8 hours on computer. And come on, it's not easy. But we just have to cope. It's actually not easy. Sometimes we sleep off while the lecturer is talking. You just say, okay, please, so person, can you put up your video, your camera? Let me see you. If you are not there, then you say, this
The land of sleep.
automatically is absent from the lecture. Okay. And those that maybe maybe they were scared of the coronavirus and then they went home even before the lockdown. I think the school management agreed that, okay, they are giving them their exams to do it online so that they won't have to come back again. We really incurred a lot of losses because I wanted coming back for Easter, but because of the COVID-19, I had to cancel my flight because if I come to Nigeria, I will stay for 14 days. Maybe
we don't want you back. We don't want you back.
Will be dealing with me.
It is safer. It is safer for you over there. I would say, actually.
Then for places of worship, Israel is 80% Jews, 17% Muslims, and then 3% Christians. So even in the churches, I remember maybe like 4 months back, that's around February, I went to church. So the ushers asked me, how long have you been in Israel? I said, this is my 7th month. They said, okay, you can pass. Then a guy came from Ethiopia. How long have you been in Israel? He said, last 2 weeks. They said, no, you have to sit here and watch. You can't. He said, no, you have to sit here and watch. You can't. You can't enter the church. And I think that was that was the
it's
last service.
actually real.
That was the last service I attended in Israel. That's in February. So all churches were locked down. Even the mosques, they are also locked down. But they have a very good understanding of the epidemiology of the virus, and they have a lot of medical practitioners, public health practitioners that are really on top of their game. So it's not actually a big deal for them. Even those that die, they are those with pre-existing health condition, maybe those with maybe asthma, those that are old, those with something that has already eaten up their immunity. Else, Israel is doing very well. On the issue of vaccine, I think the Institute in Galilee, they are doing their best, but vaccines, it takes time. They have to conduct a lot of trials and other things before they finalize on the issue of vaccines. But from the reports we are getting from that very institute, they are doing well. They are trying their possible best to get a vaccine for this. But they have numerous ventilators. And that is why the fatality is not as high as in other countries. But everywhere is grounded. Israel is a very small country with less than 10 million people. So it's very easy for them to control the outbreak. And that's why they are really succeeding. But now we are really enjoying. We are very free to go out. 3 days back, I was to go to the mall to get some groceries. So I forgot to pick my, what do we call it, this face mask. And I got abu mamaki when I when I entered the mall. I realized I'm the only strange person. I was the only one without a mask.
Wow.
I was supposed to buy something, but because I saw I was the only odd person in the place, I couldn't speak up to 10 minutes.
Exactly.
When I turned, I want to go back to my apartment and pick this very face mask.
Exactly.
I now saw another lady without the face mask. Guess what?
I say yes. Yeah, I have a friend.
Okay, guess what?
She's a Nigerian. She's a Nigerian.
She's from Uganda. I now called her. Do you know something? She said, what's the problem? It's only me and you. I'm not having a mask. She said, yeah, it's true. Come on, I'm not going into the mall again. Let me just go back and pick my mask.
Wow, that's awesome. It has been a really great experience for you over there, I must say.
Sure.
Seriously, I believe your hands are full. Like, if we are to talk about this experience from now to the next 10 hours, I believe you will have a lot of things to tell us.
Yeah.
But it's just that we have limited time. But I think, what do you think, Inchara? I think maybe we'll have to reschedule him for another day so that we get another aspect of the experience again.
Yeah.
You understand, ba? So that it will not just be, it will not just be this basic one. Maybe we would want to know how the blacks are living in Israel. Since now we've just gotten a story of 2. I went out with that face mask already. That's on the lighter note. But seriously, this takes me to the next question. What as a Christian, really, how do you see this virus, and how do you see it affecting the life of a Christian? What do you think Christians should do in this time? You understand, that will make them stand out from every other religion. You understand? Well, yeah.
I think the first thing I would say about maybe in the religious point of view is, number one, we have to obey the law. We have to obey the law. In short, I remember when they said all the places of worship should be locked down.
Yeah.
Some of the pastors actually refused, and this shows a high level of insubordination to the government.
Exactly.
And it's unacceptable. You can't expect your followers in the Christendom to to follow your own instructions or your own teachings when you disrespect or you disobey the rules of the land. Because even the Bible says we have to respect or obey the law. Is biblical. So the first thing is for the Christians to really abide by the rule of the land. That's number one. Then number two, we need to be very prayerful. We need to be very, very prayerful. It's very important. We need to be prayerful. We need to pray for ourselves, and we need to also take every precautionary measures in order to avoid contact with this virus. I think spiritually, apart from the prayers, I think there is nothing more spiritual to control this very virus. If you talk about religion, the only thing is prayer. All other things, they are just they are norms. They are norms that needs to be practiced.
Inchara, I don't know if you have something to say from your end.
Yeah, I wanted to ask before your question about how is the government over there trying to assist the less privileged people with the lockdown and everything.
Okay. Now, do you mean less privilege in Israel here or the less privilege in other countries?
I mean in Israel, if there is.
That's in Israel?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there is one thing in Israel. Now, the rate of unemployment in Israel is very minimal. And their minimum wage, is 4,700 shekels. Now, 4,700 shekels is equivalent to 500,000 naira in Nigeria, and that is their minimum wage. Do you get what I'm saying? So there are some that may find themselves in a difficult situation, but it's not always difficult for them to get support from individuals. A typical example is last 2 weeks, someone came up, he opened his shop, he sells these very snacks. So the media came, why did you open your shop? He said he is owing his staff a salary of like 65,000 shekels, which is something like 6.5 million naira. Where will he get this very money to pay them? In his house, he has less than 10 shekels. How will he feed his family? He busted into tears. Everyone was watching. Immediately, people started sending messages. Please, can we get in touch with this very man? And the next day, they gave him more than 200,000 shekels from other individuals. Other individuals were giving him money. So you can see how they are always willing to help each other, because they feel it's an embarrassment to the government of Israel that someone is even complaining of what to eat. So they see it as a form of embarrassment. So there are very few, or even those that are really in need, you might not know them because there are a lot of people that are willing to assist. So it might not get to a kind of noticeable level. And guess what? Israel is the 7th most expensive country in the world. Surviving in Israel is not easy. It's very expensive. But once, let me not say it, once you are a Jew in Israel,
yes, exactly.
Once you are a Jew, you don't have any issues in Israel. If you are a Jew, back at the matala.
So automatically, I'm a Jew, can I?
No, you can't.
Wow.
Jews love themselves.
That's a beautiful thing to know. Actually, they are living by the standard we Christians are supposed to live by. Like, we are not supposed to have this extent of our brotherhood, or maybe a brother suffering to an extent where, you understand, for us in Nigeria, I will tell you, you hear people crying everywhere. It's normal. It's more.
I remember when one of my lecturers was telling us this. He said, "Wow, something embarrassing to the government of Israel happened yesterday." the issue of that very man. You see, this is embarrassing to the economy.
We will not even talk about it in Nigeria. We feel it's very normal. We feel you understand. All right. Inchara, is that all? Has he answered all your questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually nice talking to you. Hearing from the other part of the world. Actually, if you don't know something very well,
is it your network or is it?
His father happens to be.
I think his network is.
I don't know. My network is poor.
Okay. All right.
I'm having network issue. Yeah.
All of you are muted.
Are you getting me now? Sorry. I said this is our first episode of this lockdown experience, and then so far, the past few minutes we've had together, it's amazing. Like the things you are sharing is actually giving us a different perspective of what is happening in the world over there. You imagine somebody saying what happened in Israel, the story you shared is embarrassing. For us in Nigeria, it's very normal. For us, it's very normal. In fact, right now, if you see a lot of fundraising everywhere trying to help people in one place or the other. In fact, I was just discussing with him. I said, we need to do something small because I see even this sanitizer, these face masks that people don't have money to buy. So I was thinking of how we could do it. Maybe get to buy the things needed to make the sanitizer, and then we can produce it in a large quantity, get containers and share it for people around so they can have it. Because somebody feels he doesn't even have food to eat. Does he have enough money to go and get a sanitizer? That one is even...
in Israel, sanitizer is everywhere, every supermarket. You see it, it's kept. Once you finish buying everything, you shot in my sitting room.
Yes.
Exactly. Before you enter the Holy of Holies.
Yes. Oh, that's serious.
That's serious.
Wow. Seriously, it has been a good time sharing with you and then getting to hear from you. We want to say thank you so much. And then we're going to share this experience with other people as well. When it's ready and published, we're going to send the link to you as well so you can share with other friends around too. And we're going to also continue to talk to other people from US. And then today we didn't even know we were going to have your time, but thank God we were privileged. And then thank you so much. And then we'll also call in again very soon because we believe the experience there is something to learn. It's something to learn. And then if we can gradually hear what is happening in other parts of the world, we can easily develop ourselves here. We can easily upgrade our minds as well. So seriously, we thank you so much. And I don't know if he sent you the introduction for IJosRadio. It's an online gospel radio. Okay. Yes.
Almost a month ago.
Okay. Wow.
This new company here.
Wow. Yeah. Thank God. So very soon as well, we want to also interact with people that listen as well. And then truly, we thank God. I was telling him the other day, the listenership has gone up very high. We have never had it in the past 3 years we have been existing. Like right now, we have like up to 50 hours a day of listenership alone. And we have over 1,000 hours for a month. And then that's awesome. It shows people don't have things to do, but they are listening to this beautiful content. So thank you very much. I am Jerry. I'm Jerry Guamna. Yes. Yes. And then yes. And then you tell us your own name.
Myself. He knows I am. Mama Jiro is in that.
Yes.
In fact, he's on our WhatsApp group.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir.
some months back, yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. All right, thank you so much. We'll interact more, and we pray that God will bless you.
He didn't tell you I look fresher. He didn't tell you I look fresher.
No,
of course,
of course,
saya da magana na doka maka shafa powder ne already. So ashe ba ka shafa powder.
Ba mai wanka ba kenan, ko dai wanka ya za a kare.
Wow.
To sai ma ya kawai.
Akwai damuwa. Oh, so Gaskiya, thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, sir.
May God bless you. I will pray that God will continue to keep you over there, and then we'll continue to pray for each other as well. Thank you so much, sir.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you.
And have a wonderful
See you other time, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.